we must ask ourselves, are we seeking power for power's sake? Or are we seeking to make the world and our nation better places to live? If we seek the latter, violence can never provide the answer. The ultimate weakness of violence is that it is a descending spiral, begetting the very thing it seeks to destroy. Instead of diminishing evil, it multiplies it. Through violence, you may murder the liar, but you cannot murder the lie, nor establish the truth. Through violence, you may murder the hater, but you do not murder hate. In fact, violence merely increases hate. So it goes, returning violence for violence, multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The beauty of nonviolence is that in its own way and in its own time, it seeks to break the chain reaction of evil with a majestic sense of spiritual power. It seeks to elevate truth, beauty, and goodness to the throne. Therefore, I will continue to follow this method, because I think it is the most practically sound and morally excellent way for the Negro to achieve freedom. In recent months, several people have said to me, Martin, since violence is the new cry, isn't there a danger that you will lose touch with the people in the ghetto and be out of step with the times if you do not change your views on nonviolence? Well, my answer is always the same. While I am convinced that the vast majority of Negroes reject violence, even if they did not, I would not be interested in being a consensus leader. I refuse to determine what is right by taking a Gallup poll of the trends of time. I imagine that there were leaders in Germany who sincerely opposed what Hitler was doing to the Jews. But they took their polls and discovered that anti-Semitism was a prevailing trend. In order to keep in touch with the times, in order to be in step, they yield to one of the most ignominious evils that history has ever known. Ultimately, a genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. And I said on one occasion, if every Negro in the United States turns to violence, I would choose to be that one lone voice preaching that this is the wrong way. Maybe this sounded like arrogance, but it was not intended that way. It was simply my way of saying that I would rather be a man of conviction than a man of conformity. Occasionally in life, one develops a conviction so precious and meaningful that he will stand on it till the end. This is what I have found in nonviolence. Yes, my brothers and sisters, this is what I have found in nonviolence.
Taken from the shores of Mother Africa, the savages they thought we were, They being the real savages to save us from what? Our happiness, our love for each other. It was their Bible for our land. Sort of an introduction to economics. Yeah. Christianized us, and we're the Orthodox Christians. They raped our minds with TV and straight hair, Reader's Digest and bleaching cream. It was Tarzan and Jungle Jim, used cars and used homes, cocaine and napalm. European history and promises, those alien concepts of whiteness, you know, the being of what is not, against our nature. Well, people, I guess this weapon called civilization, they brought us here to drive us mad like them.
Brought you here in slave ships and pitched overboard.
Love your enemy.
Your language was taken away from you, and your culture too.
Love your enemy.
You're the last time, but you're the first fire.
Love your enemy.
Work from sun up to sundown.
Love your enemy.
Make your mind.
Love your
They
enemy.
burn your churches.
Love your enemy.
Kill your children.
Love your enemy.
Put you in jail, man.
Love your enemy.
Sell you rotten food in the market.
Love your enemy.
Water hose you down like dogs.
Love your enemy. Love your enemy.
Yeah. Love. Love. Well, tell me, brothers and sisters, when are we going to learn to love ourselves?
Right.
Tell me, man. Your absence visits me this day. Talk about the 47th summer of my heart.
Yeah,
Your slickness disturbed my youth. Like a mule running after a carrot. I saw you in my walk. My profile. And had to drink from my cup of bitter honey. And tightrope through sneak fits, lion's den, and ghastly shapes of dead flowers. I remember you most when I hear Billy singing Jelly Jelly. And your sad laughter that filled every room. You were AWOL then. Yet I lived in your jokes and played in your dreams. I see you now on Central Avenue, Western and Avenue, living off the top of your head and the seat of your pants. An LA slave executing a bottle of genius denied. Pimp, son, ain't no shame in your game. Busting holes and breaking marks in midair. Bent over the cooker like a monk, meditating a vulture's prayer. I drank wine with your savior and dined with your demons. As the ghost of perfection's bony fingers shoved me from the table of your loneliness. Now, I sit on velvet coffins and record birthmarks and snake tracks of unholy ghosts, hailing Mary or some other dame. I pray you can now rest in peace, because I reached back to death this one.
All right, brother. Yeah. Right on.
Yes, brother.
All right. There are worlds of wealth within me, more than on most planets. But I still can't get a bank loan. I know spiritual entities that can create mountains thousands of miles high, or even valleys large enough to contain 1,000 nations. But their bases can't get me into the finest hotels. I have talked to spiritual beings 100 billion light years away.
Yes.
But my phone still got cut off today. I have slept on top of galaxies. Soft liquid light that drifts around the eternal throne of God. But now I sleep in the streets with rats because neither one of us have rent money. People on this planet don't know me. naked I came into the world. That was only because I couldn't find a three-piece suit to fit me. And yes, I was raised in the ghetto, only before I realized that I can create mansions inside of mansions, inside of castles, inside of temples. So here I stand on this cold burning sand, looking out into the sea, looking to be the me that I am to be. Seeing it's useless to dwell in strife, but I know the power and destiny of my life, working to raise up the nation of my people. But I keep in mind this idea is quite lethal. Nothing in this world can hold me back, being that God was the one who made me black. So no one can tell me what I can or cannot be. I'm a black man, a child of God. Don't mess with me. Let's deal with him, brother. Let's deal with him. Deal with
The police, man. Don't worry about the police. Because the police ain't nothing but the Gestapo. They are the beast at work at its best. The ex-Army Marines that never want to be seen flunking his macho test. Yes, they are the ones who feel they got a license to kill. In this real situation, some with just an 8th grade education, assuming that every minority has no rights. But there are a few black police that will never cease trying to give this brother a break. But most of fed information that turns him into thinking, every day my job. But macho, that's not even the word to use, and the following should be repeated twice. Yes, you know they kill you to love for no reason at all. They kill you to love is frightening. They were shooting down little brothers that was 5 years old, a toy gun they say he had. They were shooting down little brothers that was 5 years old. Don't it just make you mad? You know, they hung run settles in the jail itself. They hung run settles in anybody else. Ain't it a pity they murdered Raymond Biddy? A man, not an actor, is gone. Ain't it a pity they murdered Raymond Biddy for chanting too loud at home? But everybody that was shot wasn't high on angel dust. That's just the light that goes out. But the list goes on from chokeholds to harassment, and it seems like it won't ever stop. From Atlanta to Miami and back to L.A. on any given city, on any given day. One and another brother short somehow dies this way. The murders happens in the city, the crime increases in the streets. In the suburbs, they're called white-collar crime. But we all must scream for the police. Helicopters scan the city. We talk about this gun control. Well, some people want to change things by voting. But some people go off because they're bold. 6 verses for the 666. The mark of the beast. They are the police.